Okay, girls, the Houston concert on March 4th just became the most talked about night on this entire tour. And not just because of the music. Stefon Diggs' mom showed up. We already talked about that. Megan the Stallion came out as a surprise guest. We know that too. But here is the part that has the entire internet losing its mind right now. Nicki Minaj's sister was in that building. Front row energy, rapping every single word to Bodak Yellow, posting on Instagram, having the time of her life. And when Cardi B found out, she did something that nobody expected. She chose kindness. This is the story. And we are breaking down every single layer right now. Before we get into what Cardi said, you need to understand who Ming Lee actually is. Because a lot of people are seeing her name for the first time and missing the full context. Ming Lee, also known as Ming Luan Lee, is Nicki Minaj's younger half sister. They share the same father, Robert Mirage, though Ming's birth mother has not been publicly revealed. Ming is an aspiring artist in her own right and a reality television personality. She appears on the Zeus Network series Baddies Gone Wild. Now, here is where the family dynamic gets complicated because Ming and Nicki are not exactly close. During a 2024 live stream, Nicki appeared to indirectly address their relationship with a pointed comment. Even with blood relation, what God has given to me is mine. You have to go and get your own. Being a mooch and a clown don't run in my DNA. Nicki called her own sister a mooch and a clown on a public live stream. And Ming clapped back in the comments when fans tried to use Nicki's name against her, writing, "Babe, my own sister called me a clown and a mooch, and y'all still support. Couldn't even tell y'all who her real daddy was." So this is not a close, protective sibling relationship. This is a complicated, public, messy family dynamic. And now Ming just walked straight into the middle of a decade-long rap feud by buying a ticket to Cardi B's sold-out show. March 4th, Toyota Center in Houston, the Little Miss Drama Tour. Megan the Stallion was the surprise guest. The crowd was electric. And in that crowd, Nicki Minaj's half-sister, Ming Luan Lee, was having the absolute time of her life. Clips circulated online showing Ming rapping along to Bodak Yellow word for word from the crowd. Not just attending, not just watching politely, rapping every single word to Cardi B's biggest song. At Cardi B's concert, while her sister Nicki Minaj is in an ongoing feud with Cardi B, the internet picked it up immediately, and within hours, the Barbs arrived. If you know anything about Nicki Minaj's fan base, you know they do not play. The Barbs are some of the most organized, most loyal fans in the history of the music industry. And when they saw Ming at that concert, they came for her fast. Ming did not stay quiet. She posted directly on her Instagram story, "Pick a side, no side. Who said you can't love both? Y'all just want drama that ain't nobody but the fans gonna say." She kept going. "At the end of the day, we all grown, and some of the drama and whatever is not finna matter in the future. Like, let's be real. When y'all get old and wrinkly, what we post ain't gonna matter. Respectfully, I don't give a F." And when one person kept pushing her, Ming said directly, "Yeah, I went to the concert and I had a great fucking time. 600-pound lady can be mad all she wants. Respectfully, I really don't give a F." 600-pound lady on her sister's fans at 19 years old, absolutely fearless. The internet went completely wild. Half the comment sections were defending Ming. The other half were even more outraged. And everyone was waiting on one thing. What was Cardi going to say about all of this? On March 6th, 2 days after the concert, Cardi hopped on X Spaces. The chatter was loud. Everyone was watching to see what move she would make. And she addressed it without ever saying Ming's name directly. "The chatter from yesterday was pretty loud," Cardi said. "I don't even know what to say about that. That young lady, I feel like she needs guidance. She's a young girl. She needs guidance. Not, she is messy. Not, she was trying to start something. Not, this is disrespectful to me. Just, she is young and she needs guidance. If somebody comes to see me and there's no issue, I don't want to play nobody in their face and try to be funny if they're not on that type of time," Cardi continued. Translation: Ming came to my show with no beef energy. She was not there to cause problems. She was there to enjoy herself. So why would I treat her badly for that? Cardi then said something that genuinely stopped people in their tracks. "I'm too grown to be beefing with somebody that young. She stressed kindness. She stressed not being petty. And then she said, I don't want to be involved in none of that drama. I just don't want no problems. Everything's going really great right now in my life, and I want it to stay that way. She also acknowledged the complicated nature of the situation, saying she could see that Ming needed guidance, but that she personally could not be the one to give it because the whole situation was just too close to her own drama. Read that slowly. Cardi B, the same woman who threw a shoe at Nicki Minaj at New York Fashion Week in 2018, just says she feels empathy for Nicki's sister. She saw a young girl getting caught in the crossfire of a beef she did not create, and she chose grace over clout. That is growth. Real, visible, documented growth. Let's zoom out for a second because there is a layer to this story that goes way deeper than one concert night. Cardi and Nicki have been feuding publicly since 2017. Their conflict escalated into an especially explosive social media exchange in late 2024 that ended with something resembling a mutual apology from both sides. Though tensions have clearly never fully resolved. And in the middle of all of that unresolved history, a teenager shows up at Cardi's show. A teenager who also happens to be Nicki's sister. A teenager who is already dealing with her own complicated family dynamic. A teenager who just wanted to enjoy a concert. The barbs came for Ming immediately. And many commenters pointed out that Cardi extended more grace to Ming than Nicki's own fan base did. That detail should not be overlooked. The woman in the feud showed more kindness to this girl than the fans who were supposedly defending her sister. Ming's position was consistent and clear throughout. She loves both Nicki and Cardi. She is her own person, and she sees no reason why that should be a problem for anyone. And you know what? That is actually a mature stance for a 19-year-old to take. She did not come to the concert to make a statement. She did not post a photo with Cardi. She did not try to go viral off the feud. She just went to a show she wanted to see and then defended herself when people came for her. March 4th in Houston was supposed to be just another sold-out stop on the Little Miss Drama tour. Instead, it became one of the most layered nights of the entire Cardi B era. Stefon Diggs' mom was there, dressed in full theme, the same night he got cut from the Patriots. Megan Thee Stallion surprised the crowd, and Nicki Minaj's sister stood in that audience rapping Bodak Yellow word for word, and then defended her right to do exactly that when the entire internet tried to make it a problem. And Cardi B, a woman who has been in one of the most public and explosive feuds in hip-hop history, chose to respond with empathy, grace, and the quiet confidence of someone who said it best herself. Everything's going really great right now in my life, and I want it to stay that way. That is not the Cardi B of 2018. That is not the woman who threw a shoe. That is someone who has been through a breakup, a new baby, political warfare, a government beef, stage falls, court cases, and a sold-out national tour, and come out the other side choosing peace. The Little Miss Drama Tour still has 20-plus shows left, and if March 4th in Houston is any indication, every single night is going to be a whole new episode. Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Do you think Cardi handled this the right way? Or do you think she should have said more? And what do you think Nicki is going to do when she sees her own sister was in that building rapping Bodak Yellow? Because that conversation is happening, and I want your take in this comment section. This is your home for everything Cardi B. Every update, every clapback, every tour moment, every piece of drama broken down completely. Subscribe right now and turn on your notifications. Because with Cardi B in 2026, you cannot afford to miss a single day. See you on the next one.